Now the crazy Reddit story.
My cheating wife arrogantly declared, "Listen to me. If you file for divorce, I'll leave you without a penny. You'll have to pay not only for the divorce itself but also alimony to me and child support. You'll also lose custody rights over the children. So, I'll continue having fun with my lover." I snapped back, "Do you really think I'll tolerate and support you in such a lifestyle?" She laughed. "You have no other choice." There are moments in life when reality hits you so hard it knocks the air right out of your lungs. This was one of those moments. I wasn't just heartbroken, I was stunned. I stood in the kitchen of the home I built with my wife, Julia, the same kitchen where we had once celebrated birthdays, anniversaries, and lazy Sunday mornings with our kids. But today, it felt like a courtroom. Julia stood across from me with a wine glass in one hand and venom in her voice. "Listen to me," she said, her tone sharp, her eyes cold. "If you file for divorce, I'll leave you without a penny." I blinked. She wasn't crying, she wasn't sorry. She was smirking, almost proud. "You'll have to pay for the divorce," she continued, and then
I can't envision the woman itself, but I can envision the smirk. Because I've had conversations, not like this, but conversations where they think that their manipulation is working and they just start the little smirk. And when you point it out, be like, "No, I'm not." It's like, "Yo, bro, I can see you. Like, I see you." Us as guys, we look at the little minute details. I can see you. You can't see you. Well, I can't. But okay. You didn't just smile a little bit.
"And then alimony, child support. And don't even think about custody, you'll lose." I clenched my jaw. The air around me was thick with disbelief. Julia and I had been together for 11 years. We had 2 kids, a house, a life I thought we built together. I had sacrificed my 20s for our family, worked extra hours, skipped vacations, and made sure Julia had everything she ever wanted. And now she was telling me that not only had she moved on, but that she expected me to finance her affair. "I'll continue having fun with my lover," she said casually, swirling her wine. "And you'll keep paying for everything." That's when I snapped. "Do you really think I'll tolerate and support you in such a lifestyle?" I asked, my voice low. She didn't hesitate, she just laughed. "You have no other choice." That laugh, that arrogant, cruel little laugh, was the moment something inside me broke. But not in the way she expected. I didn't beg, I didn't threaten, I didn't even shout. Instead, I looked her dead in the eyes and said, "You just made the biggest mistake of your life." And in that moment, I knew exactly what I was going to do. The moment Julia laughed in my face, something inside me flipped. I stopped being the man she thought she could control. No more
See, I don't know about y'all, but the people watching this, if y'all watching it, that was the moment he realized all his respect in that relationship went out the window. All of it. That's what snapped. It's like, wait, there's no respect here for me. None. I gotta go. Any man knows that moment. It may not look like respect to him in the moment, but that's legitly all your respect is gone. And it's not even like yours. It's the one that you're supposed to have for your wife or whatever. Like the one that she's supposed to have for you. That's gone. You don't need to be there because clearly once you don't respect me, you must respect another man somewhere.
Playing the nice husband. No more sacrificing my dignity. I didn't need to scream. I didn't need to threaten. Instead, I got quiet, focused, deadly. Because if she wanted war, I was going to give her one she'd never recover from. But first, I had to play it smart. That night, after her arrogant declaration, I didn't storm out. I didn't sleep on the couch. I didn't even look angry. Instead, I kissed our kids goodnight, had dinner as usual, and smiled at her like nothing had happened. That confused her, and confusion was step 1 of breaking someone like Julia. She wanted drama, she wanted a reaction. But I wasn't giving her the satisfaction. Inside, I was already 10 moves ahead. The next morning, I scheduled a meeting with the best family law attorney in the state, someone with a reputation for protecting fathers and dismantling manipulative spouses in court. I paid in cash, no paper trail. I told them everything, the affair, her threats, her arrogance, her belief that she could destroy me financially and walk away laughing. My lawyer smiled. "Don't worry, you're not the first guy to sit in this chair, and she's not the first woman who thought she'd win by default." That's when he handed me a checklist, separate bank account, open it, secure documents, gather them, custody preparation, start documenting everything. That night, while Julia scrolled through Instagram in bed, laughing at messages from her lover, I was in the office scanning pay stubs, tax returns, mortgage documents, and insurance policies. She didn't even notice. That was her second mistake. For weeks, I said nothing. I smiled, I played the role. But behind the scenes, I installed security cameras inside and outside the house with audio. I activated a recording app on my phone every time we spoke. I started journaling everything she said about the kids, money, the affair, time-stamped, organized. She was too comfortable. She had no idea I was preparing a file so thick, so airtight, that even the most biased judge would tear her apart in court. One evening, while she was out on one of her work dinners, I checked the GPS tracker I'd placed under her car. She wasn't at dinner, she was at a cheap hotel on the outskirts of town. And her boss was married with kids. I took pictures, videos, screenshots of messages synced from our shared iCloud because she never logged out. The woman thought she was a queen, but she was about to be dethroned in the most brutal way. Julia spent less and less time with the children as her affair deepened. She missed bedtime stories, skipped school meetings, forgot important appointments. I didn't say a word, I just showed up for the kids, every recital, every soccer match, every parent-teacher conference. I documented everything. When they cried at night, asking, where, I comforted them and recorded the moment. Because in a custody battle, consistency wins, and I was becoming the rock they relied on. 6 weeks passed. Julia thought I was broken. She even said one night, smugly, "You're finally being mature about this. I guess you're accepting that this is just how life is." I smiled and replied,
Unknowing. Unknowing, because you swear that, oh, the way I run this relationship is gonna be better than you. Gave you fucking freedom. That's what I like, and I would refuse not to give a woman freedom. I swear to God, they'd be like, "No, you gotta have your foot on her neck." No, I refuse not to give a woman free. I want to see what you do with it so I can know if I need to get you the fuck from around. Because what you do with the time that I'm not looking is what I want to know. And I don't even need to know 100%. You could even lie as long as I don't see it. Because at the end of the day, you can't stop nobody from doing nothing. So even putting your foot on her to make sure she knows, it's not gonna do what you think it's gonna do. It's just gonna push him away. But I agree with you, my boy. You handle that swiftly and swimmingly.
"Sure, Julia, whatever you say." She kissed my cheek and left to go for drinks with friends. I waved goodbye from the porch, but she didn't know the divorce papers were already prepared. The evidence file was ready. Her lover's wife had just found out too, and hell was about to begin. Revenge isn't loud, it's quiet, methodical, surgical. The best revenge doesn't erupt in a single explosion. It peels away their world piece by piece until all they have left is the realization that they destroyed themselves. And for Julia, that day had come. The sun was shining the morning she got served. She was sipping coffee at the dining table, scrolling her phone like she didn't have a care in the world, until a knock at the door changed everything. I stood behind the curtain, watching as she opened it. "Julia Adams," the process server asked politely. "Yes?" The moment he handed her the divorce papers, her smile collapsed. I walked out of the kitchen with my own cup of coffee, calm as ever. "Surprise," I said. She flipped through the stack of documents, and I could see it in her eyes, panic. "You're divorcing me?" I nodded. "Based on adultery, neglect, and emotional abuse. Should be an easy case." She scoffed, trying to recover. "You won't get away with this. You'll still pay me alimony. I'll get the kids." I held up a flash drive. "Not with what's on here, you won't." 3 days later, it got worse. Her lover's wife, Vanessa, found my number. We met privately. I shared what I had, GPS logs, messages.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hey, I don't believe in cheating anymore. I have done my fair share of doing said thing, and at this grown age, I refuse to do it. And I understand why people got mad, and I got mad when I did. So, yeah. If y'all want to see part 2, y'all know what to do. Hit them comments.